Well, 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 good morning, darlings and distinguished gents. It's your dear friend, Emily, swooping in to add a touch of magic to your day with the latest scoop from the delightful world of Witworks. I hope you're all strolling down the sunlit side of the street on this fine day. Now let's spill the tea on the main attraction, courtesy of those fabulous folks over at Gizmo League. These guys are like the Justice League of tech gadgets and gaming gear. No kidding. They're all about dishing out the trendiest, most futuristic goodies that'll have you feeling like the star of your own sci-fi saga. And let's give them a round of applause. They're the reason we're all gathered here today after all. So, hats off to them. And don't forget to pop over to www.gizmoleague.com after the show for a full-on geek fest. Now let's dive right into today's juiciest tale, shall we? Top 10 healthy food that secretly harm your health. Introduction. When it comes to healthy eating, there are foods that often sneak their way into our diets under the guise of healthiness. While these foods may seem like nutritious choices at first glance, they can actually do more harm than good when consumed in excess. So, let's take a closer look at some of these seemingly healthy options that might be sabotaging your health goals without you even realizing it. 1. Granola. Picture this. You're standing in your kitchen, a ray of morning sunshine peeking through the window, and you reach for that trusty box of granola, the breakfast hero of health-conscious folks everywhere. Ah, granola. The stuff of crunchy dreams, right? But hold up, because here's the plot twist. That seemingly innocent mix of oats and nuts has a sugar secret, and it's not playing coy. Let's talk sugar, shall we? Now, we're not talking about the natural sweetness of dried fruits or honey here. No, we're talking about the sneaky sugars, the ones that are added into your granola mix like they're trying to sneak into a VIP party. You see, many store-bought granolas are like sugary ninjas, stealthily loaded with the sweet stuff, turning your bowl of morning goodness into a dessert masquerading as breakfast. Think about it. You pour yourself a hearty helping of granola, feeling all virtuous about your healthy choice. But little do you know, with each crunchy bite, you're basically indulging in a covert sugar feast. It's like your breakfast is throwing a secret sugar party, and you're the unwitting guest of honor. And it's not just a sprinkle of sugar we're talking about here. Oh no, it's like the sugar fairy went a little overboard with her pixie dust. These store-bought granolas can pack in more sugar than your favorite dessert. And that's saying something. So, while you're munching away, thinking you're doing your body a favor, you're actually giving it a sugar rush that would make even Willy Wonka blush. But fear not. Dear breakfast enthusiast, for all hope is not lost. You can still enjoy your granola fix without falling prey to the sugar trap. How, you ask? Well, you could channel your inner DIY guru and whip up a batch of homemade granola where you control the sugar content like a boss. Or you could embark on a grand granola quest, scouring the aisles for that rare gem of a brand that actually keeps the sugar levels in check. So, the next time you reach for that box of granola, just remember, beneath those crunchy clusters lies a sweet, sugary secret waiting to be uncovered. But armed with this knowledge, you can navigate the breakfast aisle like a sugar-savvy pro, ready to make informed choices and reclaim your morning meal from the clutches of covert sweetness. After all, a little sugar is sweet, but too much? Well, that's a breakfast betrayal no one deserves. 2. Yogurt. All right, let's dish out some yogurt wisdom. So, you know how yogurt is like the unsung hero of the dairy aisle, right? It's like, hey there, I'm here to save your gut flora. But hold your spoons, folks, because not every yogurt is cut from the same creamy cloth. Now, picture this. You stroll down the yogurt aisle, and it's like a rainbow of flavors, tempting you with promises of fruity bliss and creamy indulgence. But here's the scoop. Those flavored yogurts, they might as well come with a warning label that says, "Caution, sugar bomb ahead." Seriously, some of those things are sweeter than a candy store on Halloween. Sure, they taste like a party in your mouth, but let's be real for a second. All that sugar and those artificial flavors? Not exactly what your gut signed up for. It's like inviting trouble to the digestive dance floor. So, what's a yogurt lover to do? Fear not, my dairy devotees, there's a better way. Enter plain, unsweetened yogurt, the unsung hero's sidekick, if you will. It's like a blank canvas. just waiting for you to unleash your culinary creativity. You can add fresh fruit, a sprinkle of nuts, a drizzle of honey. The possibilities are endless. It's like DIY yogurt magic, and your taste buds will thank you. By opting for plain yogurt, you're not only dodging the sugar bullet, but also giving your body the probiotic boost it craves. It's like giving your gut a high five and saying, "Thanks for being awesome. Now here's some fuel to keep you going." And let's talk about toppings for a hot minute. I mean, who doesn't love a good topping? It's like the cherry on top of the yogurt mountain, literally. You can go wild with granola for some crunch, throw in some chia seeds for a healthy kick, or go old school with a dollop of jam. Plus, going plain opens up a whole world of yogurt possibilities. You can use it in smoothies, dips, sauces, you name it. It's like the Swiss Army knife of the dairy world, versatile and ready to tackle any culinary challenge. So, the next time you find yourself reaching for that neon-colored tub of flavored yogurt, pause for a moment and think, do I really want to sabotage my gut with all that sugar and artificial stuff? Or do I want to be a yogurt hero and opt for the plain, unsweetened goodness that will make my taste buds sing and my gut do a happy dance? The choice is yours, my friends. Choose wisely, and may your yogurt adventures be full of flavor and gut-friendly goodness. 3. Smoothies. All right, let's have a little chat about smoothies, shall we? Now, don't get me wrong, smoothies are like the superheroes of the culinary world, swooping in to save the day when you need a quick fix of fruits and veggies. But here's the kicker. They can be sneaky little creatures, hiding more calories and sugar than you'd expect. Kind of like that friend who says they're just going to have one slice of pizza and ends up eating the whole pie. So, picture this. You've got your blender ready to whip up a concoction that's supposed to rival the Garden of Eden in healthiness. But wait, hold the spinach. Before you go all Hulk on your smoothie ingredients, consider this. Those innocent-looking fruits and veggies can turn into sugar bombs faster than you can say, "Kale, yeah," when mixed with sweeteners and juices. Suddenly, your innocent morning pick-me-up starts to resemble more of a dessert in disguise. Now, I'm not saying you need to ditch the blender altogether and start chewing on raw kale like a rabbit. No, we're all about balance here. Instead, let's play a game called Keep It Simple Smoothie. Think of it like Marie Kondoing your blender. We're decluttering those unnecessary added sugars and focusing on the good stuff. So, here's the game plan. When you're whipping up your next smoothie masterpiece, think twice before you start dumping in the honey, agave, or whatever other sweetener catches your eye. Remember, Mother Nature already packed those fruits with their own natural sugars. They don't need any help in the sweetness department. And as for juices, well, let's just say they're like the smoothie's mischievous sidekick, sneaking in extra sugar when you least expect it. Stick to water, or a splash of unsweetened almond milk to keep things on the healthier side. Now, I know what you're thinking. Won't skipping the sugar make my smoothie taste like something the cat dragged in? Fear not, my friend, because there are plenty of other ways to jazz up your blend without sending your blood sugar levels into orbit. Try tossing in some cinnamon for a spicy kick, or get fancy with a dash of vanilla extract for that dessert-like flavor without the guilt. So, there you have it, folks. The secret to smoothie success lies in simplicity. Keep it real, keep it simple, and your blender will thank you. Who knows, you might even start to feel like a smoothie superhero yourself, one sip at a time. 4. Trail mix. All right, let's talk trail mix, that seemingly innocent blend of nuts, dried fruits, and sometimes a sneaky chocolate chip or two. It's like the chameleon of snacks, portable, easy to munch on, and often disguised as a healthy choice. But hold on to your hiking boots because not all trail mixes are created equal. Picture this, you're out on the trails, feeling all rugged and adventurous, and you reach into your backpack for a boost of energy. Ah, trail mix to the rescue! But wait, what's that? Added sugars, salt, and unhealthy oils lurking within those innocent-looking nuts and fruits? It's like finding out your favorite hiking path is actually a shortcut through a swamp. Unexpected and a bit disappointing. So, here's the deal. While trail mix might seem like the perfect snack to fuel your outdoor escapades, it's crucial to be a label detective. Think of yourself as Sherlock Holmes, but instead of solving crimes, you're uncovering the mysteries of questionable ingredients. Take a magnifying glass, or just your reading glasses, and scour those labels for any signs of trouble. If you spot added sugars, salt that could rival the Dead Sea, or oils that make you question their origin, it's time to put that bag back on the shelf and walk away. But fear not, intrepid snacker. There's a hero in this story, and it goes by the name of homemade trail mix. Yes, you heard me right. You can be the master of your own snacking destiny. Grab yourself some nuts, dried fruits, maybe a sprinkle of dark chocolate if you're feeling fancy, and mix it all up in the comfort of your own kitchen. It's like DIY trail mix therapy, with the added bonus of knowing exactly what's going into your snack. Plus, making your own trail mix is like playing mad scientist with flavors. Want a tropical twist? Throw in some dried pineapple and coconut flakes. Craving a sweet and savory combo? Mix almonds with a sprinkle of sea salt and a dash of cinnamon. The possibilities are as endless as the trails you'll conquer with your newfound snack prowess. So, next time you're tempted by those alluring little bags of pre-made trail mix, remember this: you hold the power to create a snack that's not only delicious, but also free from hidden dangers. Be the captain of your snacking ship, the trailblazer of your taste buds, and never settle for anything less than snack perfection. Happy trails, my fellow adventurers! 5. Dried fruit. Sure, let's dive into the world of dried fruit, shall we? Now, fresh fruit is like that friend who's always there for you, reliable, wholesome, and never letting you down. But dried fruit? Well, it's more like that friend who's great fun at parties but needs to be approached with a bit more caution. You see, when fruit gets dried, it loses all that water that makes it plump and juicy. What's left behind is the essence of the fruit, but with a lot more concentrated sugar and calories. Imagine a grape turning into a raisin. That raisin is just a little nugget of sugary goodness compared to its plump, former self. So, here's the scoop. Dried fruit can be a fantastic snack. It's portable, doesn't spoil as quickly as fresh fruit, and can add a delightful burst of sweetness to your trail mix or morning oatmeal. But, and it's a big but, you've got to remember that a little goes a long way. Think of dried fruit like candy that nature made. Delicious, but best enjoyed in moderation. Those dried apricots might look small and harmless, but they pack a punch in the sugar department. It's easy to pop a handful in your mouth without realizing you've just consumed the equivalent of several fresh apricots. Sneaky, right? And here's a pro tip for you. When you're choosing dried fruit, be a savvy shopper. Look for varieties that don't have added sugars or preservatives. It's like choosing the superhero version of dried fruit, no capes, but they're definitely the better choice. Sometimes companies sneak in extra sugar to make the fruit even sweeter. But trust me, dried fruit doesn't need any help in the sugar department. It's naturally sweet enough. Also, keep an eye out for sulfur dioxide in the ingredient list. It's used to preserve the fruit's color, but some folks might be sensitive to it. Think of it as the fine print on a contract. You should know what you're getting into. So, what's the takeaway? Dried fruit is like the life of the party in your pantry. It's vibrant, fun, and super sweet. Just don't forget it's a concentrated source of sugar and calories. Enjoy it in small amounts, and it can be a great addition to your diet. But let's not make it the main event. After all, moderation is key, and your body will thank you for it. So, go ahead. Enjoy that handful of raisins or those chewy dried mango slices, but maybe save some for later. Your dentist and your waistline will thank you. 6. Gluten-free products. Alrighty, let's dive into the quirky world of gluten-free goodies. Now, if you're one of those folks who has to tiptoe around gluten like it's a landmine, fear not. Gluten-free products are here to rescue you from the perils of gluten sensitivity or celiac disease. Picture it. You're strolling down the grocery aisle, and suddenly you spot shelves lined with gluten-free wonders. It's like stumbling upon a treasure trove for your tummy. But hold your horses, because not all gluten-free goodies are created equal. Sure, they might wave that gluten-free flag high, but peek under the hood, and you might find a surprising amount of refined flours, sugar, and unhealthy fats lurking within. It's like they're trying to make up for the absence of gluten by throwing a party of processed ingredients. I mean, who invited those guys? Let's talk bread. Ah, the cornerstone of sandwiches, the unsung hero of brunches everywhere. Now, imagine a gluten-free version. It might look the part, but take a closer look, and you might discover it's packed with more sugar than a candy store and enough unhealthy fats to make your cardiologist faint. It's like they tried to compensate for the missing gluten by turning it into a dessert masquerading as bread. And don't even get me started on pasta. Sure, gluten-free pasta sounds like a dream come true for pasta lovers with gluten sensitivities, but some of them are basically just a pile of refined flours in disguise. It's like they took a regular pasta, gave it a gluten-free makeover, and then decided to sabotage it with extra sugar and unhealthy fats. Talk about a pasta party pooper. Now, let's talk baked goods. Who doesn't love a good cookie or muffin, right? But when it comes to gluten-free versions, it's like they went a little overboard with the sugar and unhealthy fats, as if they were trying to compensate for the lack of gluten with a sugar rush and a one-way ticket to Heartburn City. So, what's a gluten-sensitive person to do in a world full of gluten-free imposters? Well, fear not, my gluten-free friends, because there's a simple solution. Choose whole food options whenever possible. That's right, skip the processed stuff and opt for real, wholesome ingredients that won't send your blood sugar on a roller coaster ride or leave you feeling like you just ate a brick. Your tummy will thank you, and so will your taste buds. 7. Agave nectar. All right, let's embark on a journey through the sweet, sticky world of agave nectar. Now, picture yourself strolling down the aisles of your local health food store, feeling all virtuous because you've decided to swap out your regular sugar for something a bit more au naturel. Cue the dramatic entrance of agave nectar, riding in on its low glycemic index high horse, promising you a healthier alternative to the white stuff. But hold your horses, folks, because as enticing as it may sound, there's more to this sweet tale than meets the eye. Sure, agave nectar might seem like the holy grail of sweeteners, but let's not sugarcoat it, pun intended. It's still packing a punch in the calorie and fructose departments. You see, while it may be lower on the glycemic index, it's high in the stuff that makes your nutritionist raise an eyebrow, fructose. And we're not just talking about a pinch here and there. No siree, excessive guzzling of agave nectar can lead you down a slippery slope towards weight gain and a host of other health woes. So, before you start pouring it over everything from your morning oatmeal to your evening cocktails, take a moment to ponder the consequences. Now, I know what you're thinking. But what about honey? Maple syrup? Are they the golden tickets to sweet satisfaction? Well, my friend, they certainly have their perks. Honey's got that natural antibacterial thing going on. And maple syrup, well, let's just say it's the reason pancakes exist. But like all good things in life, moderation is key. A drizzle here, a dollop there, that's the ticket. Plus, they've got a bit more character than agave nectar, don't you think? I mean, who doesn't love the idea of bees buzzing around, doing their thing, or envisioning syrupy goodness being tapped straight from a maple tree? So, next time you're faced with the sweet dilemma of which syrupy goodness to drizzle over your morning stack of pancakes, remember this little chat we've had. Agave nectar might seem like the trendy choice, but honey and maple syrup have been around the block a few more times. And they've got the flavor and nutritional street cred to prove it. So, go ahead, sweeten your life, but do it with a little more pizzazz and a lot less fructose. Your taste buds and your waistline will thank you for it. Cheers to sweetening life's moments, one delicious drop at a time. 8. Sports drinks. All right, let's tackle the great sports drink debate. You know those neon-colored beverages that promise to rejuvenate you after a workout like you're about to conquer Mount Everest? Yeah, those. Now picture this. You've just finished pumping iron or sprinting on the treadmill, sweat pouring down like you've been caught in a rainstorm. Naturally, you're parched, your body screaming for some hydration, and in waltzes Mr. Sports Drink, cape flapping dramatically in the wind. But hold up a sec. Before you guzzle down that electric blue elixir, let's chat. Sure, sports drinks come with a flashy label boasting electrolytes and all that jazz. But here's the kicker. They're often chock full of sugar and enough artificial ingredients to make your grandmother raise an eyebrow. It's like your body's done all the heavy lifting, and now you're rewarding it with a flood of high fructose corn syrup. Not exactly the victory lap your muscles were hoping for. Now, I get it. The allure of those sports drinks is real. They're like the flashy superhero of the hydration world, swooping in to save the day. But here's a secret. You don't need all that sugar and neon to bounce back from your workout. Nope, Not at all. Enter stage left, plain old water. It's like the unsung hero, quietly waiting in the wings for its moment to shine. Or hey, if you're feeling a bit fancy, coconut water's another solid option. It's like nature's Gatorade, minus the Technicolor dye job. Plus, it's got electrolytes without the chemical cocktail. So, while those sports drinks might look all shiny and enticing, sometimes the simplest solutions are the best. Think about it this way. You wouldn't toss a candy bar into your gym bag and call it a post-workout snack, would you? Well, maybe you would, but let's pretend for a sec that you're not a walking contradiction. Same goes for your drinks. Your body deserves better than a sugar rush followed by a crash landing. Give it the good stuff, H2O or a splash of coconut goodness, and watch it thank you with renewed energy and fewer sugar-induced mood swings. So next time you're tempted to crack open a sports drink, remember, you're not training for the Olympics, unless you are, in which case, go you. Keep it simple, keep it real, and let your body do its thing without all the extra fluff. Your muscles and your dentist will thank you. 9. Veggie chips. All right, let's dive into the world of veggie chips, those tantalizing snacks that promise a healthier crunch than their greasy potato chip counterparts. At first glance, they seem like the superhero of snack options, swooping in to save the day with their veggie goodness. But hold your horses, folks, because there's more to this story than meets the eye. So, veggie chips strut onto the scene boasting about their virtuous veggie status. But here's the thing. They might as well be wearing a disguise, because beneath that colorful exterior lies a sneaky truth. Sure, they're made from vegetables, but they're not exactly the picture of health you might imagine. Think of them as the Clark Kent of the snack world, seemingly mild-mannered on the surface, but packing a punch in the calorie department. Picture this. You grab a bag of veggie chips thinking you're making a smart choice. After all, veggies equal virtuousness, right? But here's where things get a little dicey. Those innocent-looking veggie slices have been dunked and fried in a pool of not-so-healthy oils, turning them from a garden-fresh delight into a crispy, crunchy calorie bomb. It's like they went to a spa but ended up at a fast food joint instead. And let's not forget about the salt. Oh, the salt. Just when you thought you were outsmarting your cravings, along comes Mr. Sodium to crash the party. You see, veggie chips love to cozy up to salt like it's their long-lost buddy from high school. But too much salt can leave you feeling like you've been marinated in the Dead Sea. Sure, there might be a smidge of vitamins and minerals hanging out in those veggie chips, but let's not kid ourselves. You're not exactly getting your daily dose of nutrients from a bag of thinly sliced, fried veggies. It's like trying to convince yourself that sprinkling a few sesame seeds on your ice cream sundae makes it healthy. Nice try, but no cigar. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you should banish veggie chips from your snack roster forever. Everything in moderation, right? But just be aware of what you're munching on. Maybe save them for a special treat instead of your everyday go-to. After all, there's a whole world of snacks out there just waiting to be explored. Who knows? You might stumble upon the holy grail of guilt-free munchies. But until then, just remember, not all veggie chips are created equal. 10. Pre-packaged salads. All right, let's take a moment to dish out the scoop on those pre-packaged salads. Sure, they seem like the superhero of convenience, swooping in to save the day when you're too busy to cook up a storm. But hold on to your croutons because there's more to this story than meets the eye. Picture this. You're cruising through the supermarket aisles, trying to make healthy choices amidst a sea of tempting treats. Suddenly, you spot those pre-packaged salads, all neatly arranged and ready to roll. They're practically begging you to grab them and go. And hey, who can blame you? They're convenient, they're quick, and they're supposed to be good for you, right? Well, here's the lettuce lowdown. Those pre-packaged salads might not be as virtuous as they seem. Sure, they're packed with veggies, but they're also loaded with sneaky extras like added sugars, preservatives, and dressings that are more unhealthy than oh so yummy. But fear not, salad lovers. There's a brighter, crunchier, and more nutritious solution, the DIY salad magic. Yep, you heard me right. It's time to unleash your inner salad artist and create your own masterpiece at home. Think about it. When you make your own salad, you're the boss of the bowl. You get to handpick the freshest ingredients, from crisp lettuce to juicy tomatoes to crunchy cucumbers. Plus, you can toss in all your favorite toppings. No more picking out the olives or dodging the dreaded raisins. And let's not forget about the dressing dilemma. Instead of drowning your greens in a sea of questionable sauces, why not whip up your own homemade dressing? Whether you're a fan of tangy vinaigrettes or creamy ranch, the possibilities are endless and oh so delicious. Now, I know what you're thinking, but won't making my own salad take forever? I've got places to be and things to do. Fear not, my time-crunched friends, because homemade salads can be just as speedy as their pre-packaged counterparts. With a little prep work and some clever kitchen shortcuts, you'll be chowing down on your homemade creation in no time. So there you have it, folks. The not-so-sweet truth about pre-packaged salads and the fresh, fabulous alternative of making your own at home. So, next time you're craving a healthy meal on the go, skip the supermarket salad bar and head straight to your kitchen. Your taste buds and your waistline will thank you. Conclusion. In short, while these foods may seem like healthy choices on the surface, it's important to read labels carefully and be mindful of portion sizes to avoid unintentionally sabotaging your health goals. By making informed choices and opting for whole, unprocessed foods whenever possible, you can enjoy a truly nutritious diet without sacrificing flavor or convenience. Well, my darling listeners, it appears our delightful little rendezvous must bid adieu for now. Here at Whitworks Studios, we simply adore basking in the company of bright souls like yourselves. If you fancy the royal treatment, yearn for endless access to our freshest podcasts, and feel inclined to champion our artistic endeavors, why not saunter over to our exclusive subscribers club? Sweetheart, your intellect shines like a beacon, no need for a map to navigate your way. But before you embark on your noble quest armed with newfound knowledge, I must extend a heartfelt nod to our esteemed comrades at Gizmo League. Truly, these splendid individuals are the unsung heroes, breathing life into our podcast and delivering the marvels of technology right to your eager ears. So, if you crave a taste of gadgetry goodness, hop on over to www.gizmoleague.com and see what wonders await. Until our paths intertwine once more, keep that spark of curiosity ablaze and continue to illuminate the world with your brilliance. Farewell until we meet again, my loves.